Good morning. It is July 22nd, 2021, and today we're looking at a range day. Overnight highs in yellow, overnight lows in yellow. This blue line, actually, you might consider that the overnight lows. And now let's actually, I didn't take a look at this, but this, how did this go? Yeah, it looks like we hit that measured move. So yeah, just a range day today, guys. If you played it like a range, you would definitely have made out pretty well. You might have gotten trapped like right here. I don't think you should have gotten trapped here because we had a down. Actually, no, I think, yeah, I got trapped here. I got trapped here. Didn't wait on a higher low. And I got trapped because I knew this is like a range. Look, people probably got trapped right there too, going long there. And I went long above this signal bar once this broke lower because look, there's an overshoot. But the overshoot does lead to a break. So you just got to be patient and really look for these setups. And if you looked at this short-term trend line, you would have been fine. Because I wouldn't have entered if I drew that. But yeah, there's some good entries in here. Some really good entries. And right now we touched the overnight highs and found some resistance there. But I'm starting early today. It's 11:32, but it just, my son's napping. It's just going to work out for me better if I do this right now. So it did have the feel of a range day, even though I came in after 5 and we were in this channel down, but we got this break and a new low and a bullish signal bar, and I don't really. It just had the feel of a range day. I don't know. Look, there's congestion here before the break, and so we get this move, and it just looked like a trap. So I went long above that. We'll see if Mack has anything to say about that. He might not even mark that, but it felt, just watching it, it just felt right, and that ended up making a good move. We had first entry, definitely some trapped shorts here going into that level of support, and I like that. That's a second entry as well, and I think it's 4 ticks. So I really like that. Second entry, 4 ticks. Yes, it's in a downtrend, but again, it just had the feel of a range day today. So get that. You get a higher low if you didn't enter there. And then up here, this looked like the top of the range. So you get a double top. Test it once. Comes up, test it again, and then we test it again. You get a matching highs right here. I think you got to go short there, and that ends up being a good move. First entry, failed second entry, long right here. Only reason I'm not marking that is that because it's going into that level of support, and look, it holds. And this is a third entry long. I think this would be a 4-tick failure. I'm pretty sure I checked that earlier. 46.75 to 47.70. Yeah, it's a 4-tick failure. So the reason this differs from this is that it's a first, second, third entry, okay? Plus here, it kind of looks like an overshoot as well. Looks like we got an overshoot there. So that's how I differentiated between these two. Yeah. And this just looked like, I was going to say a stronger move, but it really doesn't look like a stronger move. And if you went first on the second entry, you would have hit a target. So I'm sure there are some people who went long there and they got their target. This is an engulfing bar, but I don't think you can go long on this. It's too congestive. Come back, first entry, second entry, no signal bar off those lows. And then we make this channel up and I got trapped here. I don't think there's anything in here. This is all congestive, and just, you don't know that this is a channel up yet. So, and really it's probably just one leg, two legs up. That's really what it is. But let's take a look here. So of course I just got caught in the moment and I was excited. There was a channel, but I should have been playing range rules and expecting a failed breakout, especially even though this only was tested twice. It really felt to me like this was the top of the range. So when we get this breakout, you should be expecting it to fail. That's a first time breakout. First entry, I went long on the second entry engulfing bar. I got trapped, and if you were just patient, you could have gone low on this lower high, gone short. It is a first, second, failed third entry, but it just probably would have had to go here, but that's the failure. That's where this second entry long failed. It's probably one tick below that, but yeah, that's a failure. So we start trending down, and here this looks like I wasn't watching in real time, so it looks like it could have been broke lower, went higher, then came down again. So if you were watching live and that's what happened, I think you can go short there. I wasn't watching live and I got excited by the signal bar and I went short, and I think I got out at break even here. So it's also risky because you're going into the midline of the range that I had drawn anyway. But I like this. Good price rejection. Then we get some overlap. And I like this. I think you would actually have to go long there. But I like this just simply, it looks like a maybe like a second entry, or it is a second entry long. First entry, second entry. But it's risky. It's off the lows of that range. That's why I liked it. Doesn't end up working. Then we get a big sell-off right here. Boom. And yeah, I got trapped right here because I was just not following the rules. And that's what I'm really trying to focus on, is my patience and not being so eager, because I feel like once I eliminate that, my bottom line is going to improve big time. I think that's my main problem, and I think there are a lot of lucky people who do not have that problem in trading, and it's just not me. This looks like it's not, technically this is not a failed second entry short right here, but it looks like it because we have one leg up, pullback. It just doesn't make a new low, but it is a pullback, and then a second pullback. So I like that entry, personally. If I was watching, I would probably take that. And that makes a nice move up. And we get some small bars here. Pullback doesn't make it to the EMA. And then we make two measured legs up, hit those overnight highs. So I think that's a good aggressive entry. I like that personally. It is high risk, but in terms of ticks, it's only a 5-tick bar. So that's something to consider. Let's take a look at my trades now. Didn't do well today. So I do like this entry. I'm really curious to see what Mack has to say about it. And it does look congested, so it's a little, maybe I should mark it as aggressive, but it just felt like that was the attempt at a new low, and it was a failed attempt at a new low. So that's how I looked at that. Here I went long, which is just silly. Oh yeah, I went long here because I'm like, oh, it's a double bottom, but really, if that is our level of support, that's just going into the midline. Well, it's not going into the midline, but it's going into an important price level here that I don't want to be going into. This did hit get a 1-point scalp if you entered on time, but I came in late and I entered. So I just missed it. You gotta, if you miss a 1-point scalp, you can't just try and jump back in. And if you're patient, you get this failed breakout, and then I entered on that. So this didn't work. So I was just being super eager. And you know, I think another thing is like, here, let's see. Oops, I don't know what that is. This is at 6:15. This is at 6:36. When you have a great trade like this, you should probably walk away for a little bit, because you probably think that you can't mess anything up, and it's just not the case. But this works out. This is a good trade, I think. A good aggressive trade. It's not really... Oh, it's a second entry long, so it's still aggressive, but it's a good trade. And yeah, like I said, I got trapped going long here. Not only is this congestive, but it's a first time breakout of this range. So you should not be going long here. You should be thinking, go short here. So and here, like I said, I think if this broke lower, went higher, and then finished like this, I think it's okay to go short here. But I didn't know if that's what happened. So I had to get out of break even, because I'm not trying to encourage that behavior. Here I went long. I think this is okay. Yeah, it's a downward trend, but it is a range day, and that's off the overnight lows. And really, I don't think I should have entered one tick above this. Yeah, actually, I think you should. You should wait for the bar to close, I think. I just scalped out on that. Here I went long. Like I said, I got trapped way too eager. Yes, this is an overshoot of this channel, but look, you still have to play this channel. And we didn't get a break or an overshoot. And yeah, I mean, I knew prices were going to go, or I was correct in thinking that prices would go higher, but this isn't a good entry. And look, you get a first entry. Okay, that's a second entry. Really, you probably could have gone long above this bar. Seeing as that's a failure, even though that's a bad signal bar, I don't know. But anyway, you gotta, yeah. Well, we already talked about this, so I don't need to talk about that. But then, yeah, I went short here. Nice aggressive trade. I think this is okay, especially if you see these two measured legs. And we're testing these overnight. It's aggressive, but I think it's okay to take that, especially when it's low risk. So that's what I did today. Hope everyone had a good day, and I'll be back tomorrow.